In the previous video, I pointed out that we have a bug that we're going to have to resolve, basically involving, crap, I can't go through there, can I? Let me actually, for the sake of showing, we'll just move this out here and buy it. Okay, so in the 1911, let me empty a magazine, do the same thing on the Thompson. Okay, so you can see on the Thompson, we have a ammo reserve of 180 and a capacity of 200. Likewise, the 1911 has 77 and the capacity of 84. If I pick up the max ammo, we can see we go from 70 to 84. But if I pull out the Thompson again, it is still at 180. So it didn't actually get updated. So the reason for that is due to how we have the ability system kind of set up, because we have it on our players, our player, even though we have our firearm ammo logic, or sorry, our firearm ammo stats. We don't have those on the firearm. We do, however, keep track of it though using our ammo value struct. So in this case, we have already set up a refill ammo reserve function. And what that's going to allow us to do is basically just simply call this, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, there's a couple ways we can kind of handle it. We can either start adding dependencies, which I would personally like to try to avoid. And that's, one way. The other way would be, we set up some way to get access to the equipment component, which is another way, which I also don't want to do. And the other way is we basically just use the interface route. Now, with the interface route, we would have to do that kind of regardless to some extent, but we can also avoid a lot of just really kind of all dependencies because we're already we already have the core module as a dependency. So if we look at the firearm, it has the held actor interface. We can either add on to this or make a dedicated firearm interface, which we're probably going to want to do. And that firearm interface can simply just have us call this function. So the idea being, we have our actor. So what we can do with it is we can get the attached actors. So this outputs to an array of out actors. So T array, a actor, attached actors. So attached actors. Then next param is reset array true. We do not want to do it. And recursively include, we do not want to do that either because all of our firearms are going to be directly attached to our pawn. So we are good to go there. So we're going to iterate over these. So for a actor, attached actor, and attached actors. And we want to check and make sure that it's a firearm. And the way we can do that is going to be through that interface. So let's go ahead and go to our interfaces. And let's just simply add a new interface and call it the firearm interface. Let's go ahead and add our export and do a simple virtual void. Let's see, what do we call it? Refill ammo reserve. And that's it. So now we can actually delete the implementation from the CPP. So let's delete our interfaces folder from the private section and go to our firearm.h. Let's go ahead and include the interfaces, firearm interface.h. Let's go ahead and inherit from I firearm interface. And likewise, instead of having this, let's go ahead and override the refill ammo reserve. And that should automatically be picked up so that everything works and is good to go there with the same definition. So now that we have that, we can tell if this actor here is a firearm by simply doing a check. So if I firearm interface, equals cast to iFirearm interface from the attached actor, in which case we can go and grab the firearm interface and call refill ammo reserve. So let's go ahead, move this on up. These need to be organized like so. So these are ours. So just make sure you include the interface and you should be good to go. Okay, so I think that is all. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I'll save it there. So let's go ahead, recompile and relaunch and give it a try. Okay, once we're back in, let's go ahead, fire the Thompson. Go ahead and just shoot a couple rounds. So we're at 181 out of 200. And 77 out of 84. Pick this up. So we are at 84 out of 84. That's good. Go to the Thompson. And we are at 200 out of 200. So I'd say, yeah, our max ammo, at least logic-wise, is complete. So we have that system in place, made our lives quite a bit easier there. So let's go ahead and just put this back like so. And that's pretty much it. So obviously we still need some additional work, such as we need to play sounds and that kind of stuff. And those are things that I want to do in the actual power-up class. So it still needs, some additional work to kind of flesh it out. But that's all stuff that'll just be, done when we get to it. Because there's still some additional polish and some additional UI work that needs to be done in order to, not necessarily UI work, but well, I guess technically, we need to do some work to accommodate stuff in the UI. So for example, when someone, say, picks up an insta-kill, we need to be able to display it down here. Same thing with the double points. Same thing with, maybe notifying like a max ammo or something like that. I can't remember if max ammo actually shows up that way. Not 100% on that. But yeah, hopefully you kind of see my point. But anyhow, that is going to be all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.